Any idea?
Warrior.
Say again?
Warrior.
Enthusiastic warrior?
No.
Yeah, he was, but that's not what I'm after here.
King.
James saying follower, some saying king. Right. What's it? He's a king, okay?
The shepherd of Jehovah.
Right. He's a king. In your devotion, in your dangers related to you, in your dangers and disappointments, how do you look to God for strength? You go to service tomorrow, what do? You want strength from the Lord, you go into service, what do?
Pray.
You pray and you worship.
Worship.
The thing about those other things are right, but to me worship fits here, but he was an enthusiastic worshipper of Jehovah. I mean, he worshipped that much that his wife sort of despised him, didn't she? You know, she mourned about the way he danced before the Lord, you know?
Yeah.
Number 4, he was a victim of so many varied something throughout his life. Marie got us straight away here. Experiences. He was a victim of so many varied experiences throughout his life. Number 5, he had many something which are reflected in the Psalms. He's a personal youth, he's careful in his conduct, he's friendly, he's got a forgiving spirit. He had many, I'll give you the first, well, I'll give you this one. He had many personal virtues. Many personal virtues. So as we look at David's character, he's got a lot of diversity here. And it doesn't matter which way you put these, it's sort of from a title anyway. David's character has much diversity. He's a warrior. He's a musician, number 2. He didn't have him in any order though. Number 3, he was a saint. Number 4 is a prophet. Number 5 is a resemblance to Jesus Christ. And number 6, the most important one for me, the one I relate to, he was a sinner. Warrior, musician, saint, prophet, resemblance to Jesus Christ, and sinner. And when we look at David writing the Psalms, this is the time in which religious poetry has been accepted. Several reasons, we'll look at several reasons for the acceptance of the Psalms. Number 1 was the political and religious reforms and the atmosphere which Samuel had established, you know, as that prophet there. That plays a big role in setting up the scene. Music is played an important part in the school of the prophets and in the services. And David's a musician. Poetic instinct gives way, so you know, so David's feelings, his experiences come across in his writing. And also the placement of the Ark of the Covenant in the capital and the choirs, the Levitical choirs that came about make the whole sort of production of Psalm. They get lots of other people involved in the services, you know, so at the time, David's a man of praise anyway, he loves to worship, so it all comes out in this writing, and which is why we have such a fantastic book of Psalms today. Now, any questions on any of that? No? You good now?
All good.
I'm just going to read a poem out to you. David the Youth. A slim boy out in the windy weather, tending his father's wandering sheep. It's a picture the world will ever remember, a picture to hold and to keep. A clean lad cooking his golden heartstrings has added to music a wealth unpriced. Music that dripped from the sensitive fingers of this young kinsman of Christ. A slender youth with the eyes of a dreamer, sharing the wind's wild rhythm and rhyme, has given to men the cleanest and finest poetry of all time. O brave musician and flame-hearted poet, channel for colour and light and song, little you knew what your work would that your work would outlast you, song so early on. Interesting that David's one of the most recognisable characters in the Bible, you know, in his role as King Goliath, in his role as the king, but we have his songs, we have his feelings expressed right in front of us. You know, who can read one of the Psalms? Who can look at those words? You know, such as you know, as the deer pant for the water, as a heart pant for the water, so my soul longs after you. Who can read that and not feel the feelings that they had when those were written? I've got other handouts there for you. Some interesting things about growing up with things. We've got groups of psalms. We've got a link. I do a whole lesson on the links between the first 5 books of the Bible and Psalms. I think I might have covered that with you before. I want to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here unless there's any questions. By the way, I have read your essays on suffering. I was really impressed with them. Elizabeth, I like the way that you linked it with the way that you counsel people and talk to them. And Sharon, I like the way you talked about discipline and things like that in yours. So I have read them. Thank you for that. You'll get a pretty good score off me. Maria, I've read yours, and I like the way you linked everyday life as well. So thank you for that. I want to finish on questions and answers from the life of David. Doesn't matter if you don't find the handout. Let's just mull over these just for a minute or two.
Sorry, I've just caught your hearts and not getting it.
Say that again.
I'll just pull it me and I'll get Heart's question and answers.
Right. I'm finishing off with questions and answers from the life of David.
Right, I've got that.
Yeah, just have a listen, yeah? Stick your hand up if you've ever asked a question like this one. Be as honest as you can, yeah? If you've ever felt like this, stick your hand up. Is anyone in charge up there? Is anyone in charge up there? You don't have to read it, you just have to respond with it if you can. Can you hear me okay over in Glasgow there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Have you ever asked the question, is anyone in charge up there?
No.
Is there anyone in control? Always all hands up down here. Yeah. Question number 2. Are my battles God's battles? Are my battles God's battles? Have you ever asked that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Question number 3. What makes a good friend? Have you ever asked that?
Yes.
Have you ever considered what makes a good friend? Have you ever judged yourself to be a good or bad friend?
Yes.
And the answers, I'm just asking if you've asked yourself this, you know? Here's a one. Have you ever asked yourself this? Revenge or reconciliation?
Oh, yes.
Am I going to see your hand? Put your hand up if you've ever thought that. Yeah. I thought I might have that one. Revenge or reconciliation, that's a big one. Here's a question. Who is my God? Who was David's God? Who is my God? Have I ever asked that? Question number 6. Can I create peace? Can I create peace? Question 7. Do I try to play God? There's different interpretations of the word play here. Do I try to act like God? Do I ever try to like manipulate God, play God that way? Number 8, should I feel God? Have you ever asked yourself that? Here's a what? Who plans my life? Is that a question that's gone through your head? Number 10, we're building up to a crescendo here. Number 10, do my sins matter to God? Have you ever asked that?
Yes.
Does it matter to God if I sin? Yeah, there's a question. Number 11, does confession have healing power? Number 12, where is God when my world caves in? Or the likely question, where's God when I need Him? Where is God when I fall apart? Question 14, what happens when leaders stumble? Question 15, how do God's servants die? And the last one here, I'm asking you to answer this one. What was David's philosophy of life? What was David's philosophy of life? Any answers, please? Go on.
To walk in to walk in God's light.
Yeah, well, we can't hear you too well here, but what was David's philosophy of life? What was his philosophy? Really, I think we've summed it up, haven't we? Serve God, worship God, be as honest as you can. I mean, this guy wore his heart and
enjoy it too, but enjoy it too.
Sorry, enjoy it too?
Enjoy it too.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoy, you know, I think he lived life to the full, and I think we've already said it really as well. He's a man of repentance.
Yes, he wanted to serve God.
Yeah. And
he was
you know,
only human.
That's that.
What I like about David is he's a man of repentance, and the Bible says that, you know, he's a man after God's own heart. You know, when his family were there before Samuel, and Samuel was picking, you know, he said that God looks at the heart, you know, not at the outward countenance. And I think my prayer for me today, never mind you, my prayer for me is that I could be honest, that when I make a mistake, that hopefully I repent, and I'd like to be a man of worship, a man of praise to Jehovah. I'd like to say I was a man who loved the Lord, and that I was a man of repentance when I needed to. And most of all, if when I'd gone, if you described me as a man after God's own heart, I'd be pretty happy with that, I think. Ladies, I'm going to leave, and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave that there today. Any questions, any comments about anything we've done today?
No.
I've only got one thing to say to you, Brother King. There's only one lady sitting here today, and that's Ashton.
One lady?
Excuse me?
I'm only joking.
Right, that was an interesting one to end on. Okay, thank you, ladies.
Revenge or reconciliation?
Say that again.
Revenge or reconciliation?
Revenge or reconciliation.
We've got to repent first before we get any reconciliation.
Yes, see? You listen to that?
What?
You've got to repent first before you can have revenge and yes.
Bless you, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, thank
you. It would actually be what makes a good friend.
Or number 6.